Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
When it comes to discovering a drug or creating a vaccine for the novel coronavirus, it is important to remember that the immediate objective is not to prevent people from getting the disease or curing people entirely of the disease. That's a dream that we aren't close to realizing just yet because viruses are very, very challenging to combat. Instead, what we are looking for in a drug or a vaccine is to bring down the mortality as much as possible and to reduce the time people spend in hospitals taking up resources as much as possible. This is one of the reasons why if a vaccine is good enough to prevent extreme lung conditions which would lead to hospitalization and eventually death, the vaccine is good enough for now. Similarly, if a drug can save people from dying after catching COVID, it is good enough for now. And this is what we seem to finally have. British scientists have concluded from a large randomized controlled trial that a steroid by the name of dexamethasone is shown to be definitively the first drug to improve the odds of survival in patients who are on ventilators and require oxygen. As we've mentioned before, once a patient goes on a ventilator, their chances of survival drops to below 20%. The randomized trial on dexamethasone found that deaths are reduced by a third in ventilated patients and by a fifth in those receiving just oxygen. What is dexamethasone? Dexamethasone is a corticosteroid, which is a class of steroid hormones that are produced by the adrenal cortex of the human body. The adrenal cortex is the area where the adrenal glands are located and they sit on top of our kidneys. The outer cortex produces steroid hormones and the inner medulla produces adrenaline and dopamine. The corticosteroids that we get on the market are synthetic variations of the same ones that are produced by our bodies. Synthetic steroids are used to treat a variety of conditions, primarily skin diseases. There are two kinds of natural and synthetic corticosteroids. Glucocorticosteroids affect how carbs and fats are metabolized in our bodies and have anti-inflammatory effects. Mineralocorticoids have the main function of regulating electrolyte and water balance in our bodies. Dexamethasone is a glucocorticoid that is often used to treat allergic disorders and inflammatory bowel conditions. It also has immunosuppressive effects, which means that it combats something called delayed hypersensitivity, where our own body takes a few days to break out into an allergic reaction because of the actions of our own immune system. As a result, glucocorticoids or dexamethasone can help treat autoimmune diseases where the body's own immune system attacks internal organs and cells, such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis. Because it suppresses the immune system, it is imperative that dexamethasone be administered only after patients are tested for other infections first, especially the kind of infections that a patient could catch easily when their immune systems are compromised, such as tuberculosis. From its action, we can tell that dexamethasone works to suppress something called the cytokine storm, which is one of the most common reasons why COVID patients die. COVID induces a certain overdrive of immune system response in severe cases in many patients' bodies, where their own immune system starts killing off healthy cells and organs after being activated for the SARS-CoV-2 virus. Cytokine storm is the most common cause of death in serious patients, and dexamethasone seems to prevent this for those on ventilators and those requiring oxygen. Over the course of the study that determined this, about 2,100 COVID patients were given dexamethasone for 10 days. Patients on mechanical ventilation who were given the steroid were 35% less likely to die as compared to patients on ventilators who did not get the treatment. In patients requiring just oxygen, the steroid decreased the risk of death by 20%, and patients who did not require any kind of respiratory help saw no improvements after taking dexamethasone. Overall, 1 death is prevented among 8 ventilated patients and among 25 patients requiring oxygen alone. Dexamethasone reduced the 28-day mortality rate by 17%. These numbers are from the official statement. My colleague Avantika Ghosh has done a story detailing this, which will be linked in the description to this video. Please do read the story and check it out. The study also stated that the benefits were seen only in those patients who were seriously ill and not those with milder forms of the disease. The findings came from Oxford University and was a part of UK's recovery trial, which is one of the largest groups of randomized controlled trials for various drugs for COVID treatment. The trial had started out with 6 arms. One was, of course, the low-dose dexamethasone. Then there was the lopinavir, ritonavir, the HIV drug combination, azithromycin, which is an antibiotic, tocilizumab, which is an injected anti-inflammatory drug, convalescent plasma therapy, which is plasma collected from those who have recovered from COVID and have antibodies, and the 6th was the controversial hydroxychloroquine, the trial for which is discontinued in the recovery trials. Now, having said all of this about dexamethasone, it is still important to remember to temper the excitement around this steroid. While randomized controlled trials are truly the gold standard for such studies and trials, this is still just one study, and the full data set isn't even publicly available just yet. Even though the World Health Organization, WHO, has endorsed the findings, they've clarified that they have not yet received the full data set and have not yet independently processed the full data as of recording this video. And recently, we've had multiple instances where drugs were shown to work and then not, and prestigious journals published big results and then retracted them. Drug research for COVID is ongoing, and the real-time process of science is playing out in full public view. There will be errors and false positives in terms of data and findings as well, as there always is. So we have to digest all this new information that we get with a grain of salt and wait for multiple studies to replicate the same result before proclaiming a cure or a miracle. It is also important to remember that dexamethasone is not without serious side effects. For one, it greatly increases the chances of other kinds of infection because it suppresses our immune systems. So patients who take it must be extremely secluded and protected properly. It causes wounds and cuts to heal very slowly and thus increases the risk of infections there as well. It can then cause acne, headaches, confusion, nausea, and insomnia. It causes weight gain. We know that when we're stressed, there is a huge release of the hormone cortisol that affects how fast carbs and fats are metabolized, induces hunger and overeating, and causes weight gain. Cortisol is also a corticosteroid belonging to the same glucocorticoid class as dexamethasone. And lastly, dexamethasone could have very serious side effects also, such as inducing hypertension, diabetes, depression, and cataracts. That's a long list of really serious side effects. So even though the steroid dexamethasone is available widely and cheaply since the 60s, that's a long list of very serious side effects. So even though since the 60s dexamethasone is widely and cheaply available everywhere, it is very important to remember to never self-medicate. The drug can't just be bought and popped. It has to be administered in a very controlled setting by a medical professional or a healthcare worker only, after a patient has been tested for other diseases only, and also only in very severe cases. If you liked this video and if you like our science coverage, please do consider contributing financially to The Print. You may do so at theprint.in/contribute. That would be of great help to us. This is Sandhya Ramesh from Bengaluru for The Print.